Okay, I made it to Nashville, or what our melanated people or young buck would call Cashville. Um, I'm at the Parthenon. This is like an ode or giving reverence to Athena. I remember I watched a lecture from Bobby Hemmett, not too far along, but they recently come to find out they recently got rid of all his videos off of Serious Minds and the Taos sect. They go a bird showing you good energy. Okay, so like in his lecture, one of the last lectures they were putting out, that he had in his lectures that if you down in the Memphis, not Memphis, or if in Tennessee, the Nashville area, there's a building made in honor of Athena, and that's like an old mythology we made years ago. So what I'm gonna do is go around the building and show you what it looks like. But I'm not only here just sightseeing. I'm actually gonna do libations. I'm gonna walk around the whole building and do libations here. So you give reverence and you get energy at the same time. So I'm gonna zoom in so these characters can be shown in its full entirety. It's a whole big building. I'm gonna walk around and give you a look how it looks, instead of just showing you what it looks from a distance. I can zoom in to the characters and show you what it looks to also. All right, here we go. So these like, even though they say it's Greek and it's not ours, this is all ours. All mythology. How can you be the oldest people and you didn't write the mythology? So you got to think about it. They'll take you up out of it and give you something just like you in one spot. We made everything. All this stuff is ours. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more so you can be seen. I'm gonna go around the whole building just so it can be seen, showing the architecture. I'm not going down because there's a lot of people waiting for the building to be open. But see, I'm not gonna give that. I'm not even gonna say or give it any reverence. It is what it is. Well, I had to pick something up, and I'm not gonna leave it on the ground because it's something important to me. So you see who's out here. Every time I come around somewhere, you always find. I just found a helicopter flying around me just now. So once I start walking from my car, while I was at Atlanta yesterday, it was cops trying to. All they doing is trying to bring in fear. When they try to bring in fear, they try to make your magic or your melanin go even lower. So never fear anything any tactics they're doing. Any of that, don't fear it. So this is for the people, for me too. You know, I better to see it too. But it's for y'all mainly, so y'all can see it. So y'all can come out here and get y'all some energy out here too. They think it's theirs. It's not theirs. It's ours. We made everything in mythology. How can we be the oldest people and not create everybody's civilization or your mythology? Well, there's something wrong with that. We the oldest people. We see our people everywhere on every continent, but supposedly this is theirs. Get out of here. They gotta carve themselves on something because they don't got shit. They don't got shit. So they gotta put them names on something. We the ghost riders to everybody's civilization. That's what Daylight said. We the ghost riders to everybody's civilization, and that's the damn truth. Real truth. It's a big building, as you can see. I'm gonna go around the whole thing so everybody can see it. I'm gonna get you know what I'm saying? They say you get it close to the house, you can't see every feature. So I'm gonna back up so you can get every feature. All right. No fear, man. No fear at all. There's no such thing as fear. So the minute you start fearing, that's when your magic and your melanin goes down. Everybody else ain't got our melanin, so they wishing they gonna eat melatonin just to go to sleep. They need it to go to sleep. I don't give a fuck what they think. I know what's going on. They gotta take melatonin to even get some sleep. That's when you know you're not original people. You're not original. You didn't create this mythology. You stole this mythology and put your face on it. We can't get just caught on the physical, what it looks like. We gotta dig into the stories. That's it. When you dig into the stories, put your face on it. Just like how they steal our shit and put their face on it, because they ain't got no mythology. They were created people. They're created people. They're hybrid people. So once they start doing that, you know what? We take it back by reading the stories and picturing our faces or picturing us in those stories. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that it's not ours just because you see the people that supposedly don't look like us. Never. Don't ever do that. And then you're giving away your energy and your power to somebody else that didn't create shit. All they did was get some artists that knew how to make it and make it look like themselves. Cause they'll put themselves in a history real quick. The birds are flying around. I'm telling you, they can observe and feel energy. I've been up all night driving around. Shit, I went to, what was it? I was in, what was it? Alabama too, at this old Indian mound. It's supposed to be like 100 BC years old. That's very, and where I went was for priests. Priest was on top of that mound. And so I had to, it wasn't even open. I had to do what I had to do to get inside and dip. It's open now, but shit, I saved time. But anyway, back to what this is. So it's Athena. Athena is a melanated woman. When you look it up, you're gonna see a different face. Don't trip on it. Just like when you see the movies, don't trip on the movies, because it's just stories they gotta learn in college. They gotta learn mythology so they can make the movies. They gotta learn these stories. If they don't, then they can't make the movies. That's why all these movies don't look, that's why these characters don't look like this. Do not get trapped inside the physical. Then we become physical people. Then we're in the third dimension. Remember, we're higher than that. We're higher than the third dimension. That's just the physical. We're spiritual people. So you give that away. So you give away what you created. They have never created anything ever. All they do is steal history or steal a mystery. And they still can't even get it. That's why they waiting on us to get it for them. They never created anything. They never created anything. None of this mythology is theirs. All they do is steal mythology. That's it. They'll put their face on it. They never created anything. They're not old people. They're young. They're babies. How can babies create something? Parents will spank them. What you talking about, man? Leave the physical alone. You can deal in the physical, but don't make it everything. That's when you get caught up. Well, let me stop. I don't need to keep talking the whole time. I just want to show you. So it's the hill. So I'm walking backwards to get around this thing. So I'm not trying to fall while I'm doing this. So I'm trying, but at the same time, I got to get the shot so y'all can see it. It's absolutely amazing. So, you know what I'm saying? So don't ever think it's not yours. Don't ever think it's not yours. Creation is ours. All they do is take and put their face on it. They never created anything. This is our mythology, not theirs. They steal everything and put their face on it. They want to look like they've been somewhere when they have it. Everybody ain't, you know, everybody ain't not thinking about it like that. So fuck the physical. Use your mind, your melanin, your magic. That's where your mind is at. Your magic is right there in your mind. Use your imagination. Put your face back in these characters' faces. They never created any mythology. They steal, and put their face on it. They never created nothing. I don't give a fuck who hear or see it. That's what you gotta make them feel. You gotta make them feel bad for stealing. They fucking fucked up ass ancestors steal shit. That's all they do is steal and hope motherfuckers to believe that shit. Don't believe shit. Go find out for your goddamn self. All they do is steal. This is not their mythology. All they do is steal and put their face on it. This is not theirs. They'll believe it, but it ain't true. They know it ain't true. How they not even old people? If you can't find yourself on every continent, how can you be old? Okay then. But that's damn near the whole building made it back to the front of it. But yeah. And I'm not even griping. All I'm doing is trying to tell people, whoever's watching this video, you know what I'm saying? You can't just give it up to people. Then you're giving away a part of yourself. Just like the continents are broke up, every guy piece everything back together. All your mythology, all your history, piece it back together so you can make yourself whole again. So that way you don't have to come back to this third dimensional plane. Get all the information you need to get. Get all the information you need to get. They never created anything. They just put their face on it. They never created anything. This mythology is not theirs. Never. I want them to feel guilty. I don't give a fuck. They know they steal everything they put out. Everything they put up with their face on it, because you're not an old people. How come you can't find them on every continent? We're on every continent. They're like barely on a couple continents because they've been created people. Remember that. When you see a motherfucker, don't even look at them like a real person. It's like a, oh shit, I'm gonna show you some shit I just seen. So it's a sunlight, where sun rays on the tile on the top. So if I didn't walk around and get close, I wouldn't have seen it. So I want to show you this. Got some big steps. All these squares are all sunlight, but it's sunlight on the inside. So it's almost like a representative of the hidden sun. That's the Sirius star. So if it's the hidden sun, it's the sun behind the sun. That sun is outside is supposedly lighting everything up. That's not even the real sun. It's the Sirius star that's actually lighting everything up. So this is like an analogy that needs to be figured out, and I'm looking like nobody even knows it. Nobody even knows. This is not their mythology, this is ours. They cannot create anything. All they do is steal. Steal and put their face on it. This is our mythology, this is not theirs. They cannot create anything. All they do is put their face on it, that's it. Steal, steal, steal. That's all they do, and try to get paid off of it. They'll make you pay for it, for something we created, just so we can get it. It's okay, just pay for it. Pay for it, as long as you get in your energy in it, then it's yours. It's yours. Now you got the energy. They don't have it anymore. Don't do it, man.
And you broke your collarbone?
Motherfuckers look at you like, well, we supposed to walk around. I'm not walking around a goddamn thing. You got 3 people in one line. You need to get in line with a motherfucker. Shit, this is not them old motherfucking days. So, yes, master, I'm gonna get out the way. Hell no. Fuck that shit. You hold your head up and keep it moving. Don't you ever in your motherfucking life feel like you less than, because we created this shit. They only observing and watching some shit. See, the energy is inward, but it exudes outward. Just like the Sirius star is the sun behind the sun. The sun behind the sun. And they still can't figure it out. They'll never figure it out. This is not their mythology, this is our mythology. We created this shit on everything, but it's where you see all the suns on the inside, not on the outside of the building. It's the sun behind the sun. They never created anything. All they do is recreate and put their face on it. You see, let me show you these steps. If you're out here in the Nashville area, you can always check this out. I'm not even from here at all, but it was a part of this journey I wanted to take, just so I can get the information and the energy myself. But peace, and I'll show you.